Trump was magnificent in his speech to the nation last night. I love seeing Democrats sit there and cringe with looks of terror on their face as all their stupidness and wokeness unravels before their eyes. All their plans are spoiled. All the commies were in one room, sitting there expressionless and having no emotion at all, while Donald Trump ripped them to shreds. Let's listen to the awesome one, the greatest American to ever live, address the nation. Look at that face. The little commie right there. She hates America. She hates everything about America, this lady. She married her own brother to get papers to stay in America, runs for Congress or whatever she is. She needs to be deported. She needs to be arrested and deported. And all of her anti-American hate speech, I can't stand her.
Our country will be woke no longer.
There you go.
We believe that whether you are a doctor, an accountant, a lawyer, or an air traffic controller, you should be hired and promoted based on skill and competence, not race or gender. Very important.
Look at Democrats' face.
Based on
Oh, yeah, those old, boring white men, they were just landing planes too safely. Let's spice things up, and don't worry about how good you did on the test. As long as you're not a white male, you can fly to the plane. Yeah.
merit. And the Supreme Court, in a brave and very powerful decision, has allowed us to do so. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We have removed the poison of critical race theory from our public schools, and I signed an order making it the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
You got that, liberal nut jobs? There's only two genders. I know that's hard for you. I know Joe Biden at 84 years of age, he doesn't even know what a woman is. It's your mama, Joe. That's what a woman is. Idiots.
I also signed an executive order to ban men from playing in women's sports.
Could you imagine this? All right. Could you imagine the president of the United States has to sign an order that men can't play in women's sports? Only in 2025 could Democrats and liberals, they can't grasp this concept. Oh, well, there's not really that many of them, so who cares? There should not be one man playing in women's sports. And the president of the United States shouldn't have to step in. The community that you live in, the fathers of these daughters should be going absolutely crazy and doing something about it. Not making John comfortable because he put two barrettes in his hair as his balls fall out of his basketball shorts, claiming that he's a woman. It's ridiculous.
3 years ago, Peyton McNabb was an all-star high school athlete, one of the best, preparing for a future in college sports. But when her girls' volleyball match was invaded by a male, he smashed the ball so hard in Peyton's face, causing traumatic brain injury, partially paralyzing her right side, and ending her athletic career. It was a shot like she's never seen before. She's never seen anything like it. Peyton is here tonight in the gallery, and Peyton, from now on, schools will kick the men off the girls' team, or they will lose all federal funding.
Let's see if Democrats clapped. Put the camera on Democrats. Of course not.
And if you really want to see numbers, just take a look at what happened in the women's boxing, weightlifting, track and field, swimming, or cycling, where a male recently finished a long-distance race 5 hours and 14 minutes ahead of a woman for a new record by 5 hours.
Oh, my
Broke
God.
the record by 5 hours. It's demeaning for women, and it's very bad for our country. We're not going to put up with it any longer.
Only a psychotic Democrat. They're all psychotic, so only a liberal, a Democrat would have a problem with that. You know, anything that's normal and decent and has any common sense, Democrats hate it. You know, they're the biggest disgrace and joke of an existence of people that I've ever seen in my entire life. That the most powerful man in the world, has to sign a paper directing schools and teachers of all people, to tell a man you can't play in women's sports, because that would be too much common sense for you to have to handle it on your own. Sick. Look at Nancy Pelosi. Of course she wouldn't clap. Look at her. Corrupt Nancy, hitting the bottle every day while her husband sleeps with male prostitutes. She could care less. She should be in Gitmo.
What I have just described is only a small fraction of the common sense revolution that is now, because of us, sweeping the entire world. Common sense has become a common theme, and we will never go back. Never. Never going to let that happen.
Well, he was excellent. Once again, I'm never disappointed in Donald Trump. He's the greatest president to ever live. He's the strongest, toughest SOB to ever live. He's the only person that could stand up to this liberal insanity after they try to take his life two or three times, and probably a whole lot more times than that we've just never heard of. His excellence. He was just excellent tonight. And you know what? Whether it's CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox News, his approval ratings are through the roof. 70% of the people in this country approve of Donald Trump. The highest ratings of any president ever. We are sick of liberalism. It's a mental disorder. Sick of Democrats. All the garbage. Telling your 5-year-old that he'd cut his penis off and become a woman. Letting men play women's sports. A border invasion. Crime everywhere. Telling us, that we must worship and celebrate criminals or you're a racist. It's just, we're tired of it. It's disgusting. And Donald Trump is here to put a stop to it. So while Donald Trump is securing world peace, securing the border, fixing the economy, doing an audit and letting you know where all your tax money is going, this is what Democrats have to offer. As she sips her drink and hands it to her servant, and then watch what the idiocy, the ignorance that comes out of this moron's mouth. I love that Jasmine Crockett thinks that she's the spokesperson for the Democratic Party, and I really do hope she runs from now till eternity, because you know what it'll mean? It'll mean a Republican victory for the next 700 years.
For making the back of my head famous. But second of all, if we could do a sequel, if you could tell Donald Trump anything tonight, what would you tell him?
I would tell him
Like, she's there half in the bag, too. Classy.
to grow a spine and stop being Putin's hoe.
Grow a spine and stop being Putin's hoe. And this is the big, the big leader of the Democratic Party who's going to lead Democrats to victory. This is their big weapon of mass destruction against Republicans. Jasmine Crockett. Grow a spine and stop being Putin's hoe. This is her response. Well, Jasmine, since you've never even ran a hot dog stand in your life, never mind the country or a business or built anything of substance like Donald Trump has built all of New York City, you would understand the art of, you have to make deals between two presidents that have egos. You have to hear them both out, and you have to make the deal. You have to make world peace. Not just tell Putin, F you, we're going to do whatever we want, and you think he's going to listen to you. Hey, Jasmine, I have a question. When Joe Biden let Putin run rampant on Ukraine for 4 years and do whatever he wanted and handed Zelensky trillions of dollars in taxpayers' money, handed him American weapons, and Zelensky has not even came close to defeating Russia or the Russians, how come you don't have a problem with Joe Biden? The only person that needed to grow a backbone in this situation was Joe Biden. But you're a liberal, you're a Democrat, you're a born liar because that's what yous all do. You blame Donald Trump. Classy.
40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music. Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence. Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like buck. Must have on a beat, bro, deep boat, any rap. He a freak though, man down, call like Amber Lambs. Tell him breathe, let them boys to the cross, they walk around like G's. What's up with these?
Like I said, Donald Trump is securing world peace, the border, the economy. This is what Democrats have to offer. This is how Democrats are going to fix all your problems and fix the country. This is the best Democrats have to offer. Not a plan, not a solution, just stupid dancing, finger pointing, name calling. The guy Green yesterday getting all emotional, screaming at Donald Trump like a female with high estrogen. Keep up the great work, Democrats. You'll keep securing elections for Republicans for the next 700 years. Great work.